So, everybody, first of all, there's 24 minutes left on here, so it's Kobe Bryant Day, and I think that's a sign. 24 minutes is what I have to talk. I probably won't use that much. Salute. All right, so the Lakers. That's what we're talking about. I look at the schedule, and I'm scrolling, and I'm looking at it. I'm saying, where's the rest of it? It's only 19 games left. I'm sitting here like, you trying to tell me that the season actually ends in March 13th? Usually seasons in my memory they last till April. So for whatever reason, I'm thinking we got a lot more rope left in terms of trying to figure ourselves out than we do. 19 games before the playoffs, y'all. And right now, we are in the 8th spot, and we are in a 3-team race with none other than the Clippers and the Timberwolves. Those are the teams that are in the mix for the play-in tournament. All the teams around that I think have a pretty solid cushion unless they go on some serious win streak or losing streak. But it's those 3 teams that are trying to vie for those final 3 spots. Now, from what it looks like, as I said, those 3 teams are fighting for the last spot, but it looks as if they'll all make the playoffs if they just maintain where they're at. However, which one of us will get that magic 7th spot, and which one of us will have to play in that play-in tournament? Now, I think the NBA would love for the Lakers and Clippers to play in a play-in tournament because, to be completely honest with you guys, we've literally never seen the Clippers in the playoffs. In all the years we've been sharing this city together, never once have the Clippers been good enough to meet us there. Not once. So, and when the years where they were good, we weren't good enough, just to be fair. So, in one of those situations where you're thinking about COVID-19 protocol and you're thinking about all the different things the NBA has dealt with as a whole, injuries and stuff in various teams. Nothing would make the NBA happier than for the Lakers to maintain their spot, and the Clippers as well, to get that play-in tournament. Now, here's the problem with playing the Clippers in a one single game. They got way better coaching than us. Ty Lue is on planet Jupiter, and Frank Vogel was right here next to me, basically, on Earth. Like, that's how far away they are from one another, in my opinion. And given the fact that I literally just watched the Clippers with no Kawhi, no Paul George, come back from a 35-point deficit last night, that tells me that they got a hell of a lot of fight and no conscience. This may be blasphemous, but I would rather not play them in a play-in tournament. It may be blasphemous because of the Laker fan. You're supposed to always believe you can beat the Clippers, especially in a playoff situation. You're supposed to relish in that. But this is the one year where I can honestly say, no, I don't relish in that at all. I don't want that one game. I don't want it. I know LeBron should be able to destroy the Clippers. And I know AD should be healthy for that. God willing, everything should be fine. We should be ready to go and beat them if we face them. But after last night, I really don't have that kind of confidence. Not at all. I think that Clipper team has a hell of a lot of fight. And then you look at the Timberwolves and I say, well, they're just better than us. I'm just not going to even play with you. They're better than both of these teams. Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards went for 40 last night. Said he feels like Black Jesus. I agree, bro. You look like him. D'Angelo Russell still on the team. You got Malik Beasley. You got all these different players. Now you got Jared Vanderbilt, who's really turning into something. Last time I told you guys, he looked like he was trying to become a Dennis Rodman type. Focuses on the boards. Well, now he's opened up his game even more. He's scoring more. He's getting blocks. He's getting steals. He's getting boards. So you're going to have to pay attention to Jared Vanderbilt over the next 3 years, because if he keeps this up, he's going to be somebody. I'll tell you that right now. And if he turns into somebody while the Timberwolves have all that other stuff going on, I can totally see them being in the mix as a real team over the next 2-3 years. Like a real team. Like one of the ones you're like, the Timberwolves, Phoenix Suns, Golden State Warriors. Like, I totally see that coming. Because of one thing and one thing alone, if nothing else. Anthony Edwards is undeniable. He is not of the past. He is not one of them. He's going to define the Timberwolves and may go down as one of the great Timberwolves of all time if he plays his whole career there. So, ain't no may about it. He definitely will. So, at this point, it's like, okay, we got to avoid them. I don't want to play them at all. The way we play small ball, and the way Karl Anthony Towns has been looking against us and all of that, I'd rather play the Clippers. So this is a situation where the Los Angeles Lakers, with 19 games left and the hardest schedule left of anyone left to play, It's a good time that Anthony Davis came back, but it's most important that the Lakers shore up some of that stuff that we've been talking about. Right away. Right away. You have to make changes right now. Because I was operating, as you guys probably figured out, under the impression that there was so much more basketball left. I'm thinking we have at least 25 more games. You know what I mean? As to where we've been dragging our feet with different things. Oh, well, gotta assess to see if the team is going to... Hell no, not with that little left games. No. Little games left? Absolutely not. You don't do that. You make moves quickly. If something's bleeding, you stop that bleeding. We let this go on too far. That's what I'm here to tell you guys. We let this go too far. The moves that we are trying to make right now should have been made 3, 4, 5 weeks ago with the type of time that we had left. Of all the conversations we've had on this camera and the urgency that I've had for things to change, different things said, I had no idea it was this serious in terms of this particular season. So the Los Angeles Lakers, in my opinion, it's very important that they win these games on the road. We got Philadelphia up next. You can chalk that up as a loss. The way Joel is playing right now, don't even think about winning that game tomorrow. Don't even think about it. Especially if AD is on minutes restriction and this guy likes to play small ball, man, we're going to get our heads blown off. I don't even think twice about that. That's a loss. Now, Atlanta's been struggling. Trae Young. Trae Young. You're not going to be able to just waltz into Atlanta and think Trae Young ain't going to drop 30 and 15 on your head. That's happening. So, I don't know, man. I believe the Lakers can maintain their play-in tournament position. But with our schedule being as it is, and some of the problems that we have as they are, I think it's a chance we miss the playoffs. I think we maintain. But like I said, a team has to go on a winning streak behind us, or we have to go on a losing streak, and for them to go on a winning streak at the same time. With us getting healthier, you may feel good about maybe us getting better from here. But judging by what I've seen, plus with the presence of COVID protocol, which could very easily knock us right back down a peg any moment, and everybody else, of course, that's balanced, but you just don't know. So, I don't know, man. I won't be the guy to sit here and says, oh, well, the Lakers, we got a chance. I thought we weren't winning a championship probably 4 weeks into the season. I gave up on that. But what you do want to do is at least give you a chance to make it so that I'm wrong. Especially with all this money that you're pouring into these particular 3 stars. You want to give yourself a chance to make me an idiot out of this. Guys like Russell Westbrook still believe, Carmelo Anthony still believe, that it's a championship caliber year for them. And as long as you look at that back of that bench and you see a bunch of done players, and you look at that coach and you see some of them decisions, I tell you, man, the Lakers could go on a very, very interesting streak one way or another, because this team is so bipolar, you just don't know what to expect. So yeah, man, I just want to come here and just say, I've come to realize, the Lakers only have 19 games left and the hardest schedule left of any team left in the NBA. And most importantly, beyond all else, in a 3-way play-in tournament race with the Wolves and, of course, the Clippers. So, to say we better get our act together, that was what you say about 3 weeks ago. Now you just better pray. And pray hard. That's pretty much what I got. My name is BDF44. Thank y'all for watching.